Hello everyone, Kryptonite here and welcome back to another Schedule 1 guide video. So this one has taken me a little while, just down to home life and trying to progress through the game to get where I need to be to explain everything I need to in this video about the next 3 dealers. So in today's video we're going to be talking about the dealer Jane, the dealer Wei and Leo as well. So first of all, let's go ahead and look at our contacts. So in the docs, we can see over here we have the dealer Jane. Now Jane can be located just here on the map over by the docks. So we can find Jane just here in this little sort of caravan. So we can knock onto Jane. Obviously to unlock her, what we need to do is we need to progress a little bit. So obviously we need to unlock the docks, and then unfortunately, we've only got 2 sort of options here. We've got Billy Kramer and we have Melissa Wood. We need to kind of get their relationship up to unlock Jane. But once we're here and we have unlocked Jane, we need to assign her the correct customers. So if we open up our phone and head over to our customers over here, we have Jane. So the first customer we're going to start with is going to be Anna Chesterfield. Next, we are going to go for Cranky Frank. And then we're going to go for Doris Lubbin. Doris Lubbin just here. Then we're going to go for Eugene Buckley just there. We're going to go for Greg Figgle next. Jennifer Riviera is going to be the next one. Then we're going to go for Keith Wagner over here. And then we're going to go for lastly Lisa Gardner. Lisa Gardner just there. So now we're going to go and show you on the screen, obviously just to confirm the customers. But also we're going to have a look at their effects. So we see here that we've got a few similarities. So we've got Tropic Thunder being the main one and also Toxic. Now you will also notice on this screenshot something slightly different to the last video I did. So we have a cheap mixer and an expensive mixer. So there is a few differences between the two. Obviously one is going to be the price, but also with the dealers you want them to basically get rid of their product as soon as possible. So I would kind of stick with the cheap mixers just for these next 3 dealers, just because the other way can get quite expensive, but based on the customers it's probably easier, it's more efficient, and obviously it's cheaper to produce. So with Jane being a dealer, we need a nice and easy cheap mix. So if we head over here, you can see that I have some Viagra here and just onto a mixing machine. So I've basically got all of these 3 dealers in the docks warehouse just here in full production. So that's the other kind of bonus of using the cheap mix. You can just basically have one build in like I have here, producing everything you need. So the strain as well for the next 3 dealers are all going to be the same, which makes life really easy. And that is the OG Kush. So if we mix the OG Kush over here with the Viagra, we get over here the Aspen Death, which has got Carmen and Tropic Thunder. Now a little bit different to the last video because we're not doing a lot of mixing. We've only got kind of one, which is the Tropic Thunder. So that does cover 4 of the customers here, but not all of them. But that's not too bad, which you should be able to basically get rid of all of this product nice and simply. So next we're going to head over to Wei. So Wei Long can be located in suburbia, and to unlock them we have quite a few options. We have Jackie Stevenson, we've got Jeremy Wilkinson, and we've also got Harold Colt. So same again, once we get them relationship up, the dealer will be accessible. So Wei Long is over here, so pretty close to obviously the suburb area, and they can be located in this little shack just here by the houses. So we can just knock on her and then we can allocate the product to them. So back at the docks warehouse, we will bring the spreadsheet up on screen. And as we can see, these customers are a little bit more awkward, and it will get a little bit more awkward with the customers and their desired effects. So for the cheap mixer, yet again, we're going to go for the nice OG Kush, and then we're going to go for energy drink. So once we mix those 2 together, nice, simple, easy mix, we get the purple Arse Blaster. So that has Carmen and Athletic. So as you can see, it will cover a couple of the customers. It's not exactly perfect, but we can go for the more expensive mix, which will cover more of the customers. But with my testing, I don't think it's very viable going for the expensive. I mean, you can. What you could do is kind of have a separate area where you can kind of just do the more expensive mix and kind of just give that specific dealer a couple of that item. But I would just recommend going for the nice, easy OG with the energy drink mix. And lastly, but not least, we will cover Leo. So Leo is in Uptown with only 2 varieties to unlock this dealer. So we've got Ray Hoffman over here and we have Michael Boog. Now the other difficult thing I wanted to note with the Suburban Uptown, we do need high standards. So obviously having fertilizer or drying racks is going to be preferred. So with Leo, we're going to head over to our dealers over here and we're going to run through the correct customers. So we have Fiona Hancock, Herbert Blueball, Jen Hurd, Lily Turner, Michael Boog, Pearl Moore, Ray Hoffman and Walter Kussler. Then next we're going to find out where Leo is actually located. So Leo is located way over here on the other side of the map. And Leo can be located just over here by the church, just down this little and in this little container just here. And next we're going to talk about what is the perfect strain for Leo. So here we are back at the docks again, and for Leo, OG Kush again, and then 2 lots of donut. So mix it with 1 set of donut and then with the other set of donut. And what you get here is Super Diamond, which is calming, calorie dense and explosive. So with the spreadsheet on screen now, as you can see, a lot of them do have sort of calming, but also schizophrenic and also explosive. So this does cover quite a few of them. I've just noticed actually I forgot to kind of color code, but basically Michael Boog and Walter Kussler have calming, and then Herbert Blueball and also Pearl Moore have explosive as well. So this is kind of the cheap method. As I said, there is the more expensive, which is also involving green crack. So that means you have to change the strain again. And as I said, through my testing, I kind of thought it wasn't really beneficial, and it does get very complicated going through all the different sort of mixes and strains to kind of allocate to each one. So overall, in my personal opinion, if you just kind of stick to OG Kush, which is obviously the cheapest strain with all 6 of the dealers, the only one I would kind of change up is Molly. Molly does prefer the purple strain, so I'd kind of keep with that one for her. But overall, all the rest of the dealers, you can kind of just use OG Kush and really simple mixes just to cover a few of the customers. They seem to sell really, really fast. Now, the more expensive mixes, as I said, you could kind of provide your dealer with a few of those to sell to your customers. But in all fairness, I would kind of leave that and kind of just bulk produce the nice, simple strains. It kind of causes your dealers to definitely sell a fair bit more. So there we go, everyone. There is the most efficient way to set up your last 3 dealers in Wei and Leo. This one was a little bit more difficult just because of the customer base. A lot of them didn't really want to match their actual effects. So this one was a little bit difficult. Took me a little bit more time to kind of figure out the best way. And to be honest with you, I'm not entirely happy with this way either. I do want to do a little bit more digging and kind of working things out. But yeah, hopefully you have liked that video and found it helpful. If you have, make sure you hit that like button and you subscribe as well. It greatly helps me and the algorithm. It's been Kryptonite here. Thank you for watching, and I will see you in the next one.